This is my CCR1. In my 2-minute film, I decided to make it PG-13. The reasoning for this is because with this age rating, I can reach a bigger target audience. In the start of the film, it reveals two of the stalker's first victims, which are two young girls. This can attract the youth audience since young adults are more on social media and technology. It can reach them easier. My production company is known for making scary-like films and targeted to the younger audience. The reason for this is because I feel it would attract them more since they can finally watch good horror films that are appropriate for their age. I feel that the younger audience doesn't have the opportunities like adults would when it comes to movies because all the movies that are mostly horror and that are good are rated R. So I decided that my production company should make movies that are allowed for their rating and they can enjoy it and have a good time while watching it. My film opens with a wide shot revealing the stalker's view while watching the girls. This already gives the hint that the audience is looking in someone else's perspective. The girls on the swing the girls are swinging on the swings in a playground, which is the beginning shot revealing that they're in a neighborhood. This is the playground that they're in, and these are the two girls. Since the start is filmed by the stalker's perspective, you can hear his breathing and the squeak of the swing in the background. This creepy-like feel already shows the audience that this is a horror film. Since this is a film filmed right when it's getting dark, the lighting is dim and throughout most of the beginning. Since the stalker has killed both girls, this reveals that they are the stalker's first victims. Later on in the rest of the film, the main character will appear. The only main character that has appeared is the stalker, which is dressed in all black with a hoodie covering his identity. The girls shown are named Sarah and Nicole. They are victims of the stalker who is an antagonist. The protagonist is not revealed yet. So right here we have the two girls. This is Sarah and this is Nicole. In the back we have the stalker which is following them, but the distance between them isn't too close but isn't too far. When the stalker appears, a soundtrack is also played, so once the music plays, the audience starts to realize that the stalker is about to appear. So I decided that every time the stalker is in the frame, a music that produces tension and suspension is produced in that moment when he walks in the frame. For my credits, I established all the characters shown and the people part of the producing. The credits are done in a font Courier New. That, to me, established a sense of formality, but also reminded me of a criminal police case. And the words credits are in red to resemble blood. So right here, I have how my credits are shown, and I have myself, Kyla, as Sarah, and I am the director, the producer, the director of photography, and the actor who plays Sarah. Catherine Bauer is the actor who plays Nicole, and then Ender Rodriguez is the actor and director and the stalker of the film. Over here, I have the title of my movie, You're Next. The title of the movie, You're Next, I used a font, Think You're RG. That stood out to me and gave a scary-like vibe. This is not so formal font and looks handwritten, which is what I liked about it. This can help reach a young audience because of the font and the splashes of blood on the note. The font, I feel, is very childish in a way because the writing isn't very formal, so I think this would attract the younger audience because of the font and also the words "You're next." What makes the audience want to know who's next in the film. These first 2 minutes shows the stalker's first victims, which attract the audience because they want to know who is going to be next, and if the stalker is going to get caught. The stalker leaving a note at the end already hooks them to see his next victim. Right here in the back we have the stalker, and this is Sarah getting off the swing following Nicole. Right here shows where the stalker was in the first clip of the 2-minute film, which was he was behind the tree stalking them while they were on the swings. For the social group of the victims shown, there are two friends spending time together. Since the characters are young, they don't have any jobs, but their role in the film is to show the audience a sneak peek of what the stalker does. Sarah and Nicole are two close friends just trying to have a good time and seem unaware of their surroundings. Since they're young in ages 14 through 16, they don't pay much attention and are in their own world. The stalker, on the other hand, is a killer with patience and is smart. That is all that is revealed of him in the beginning. So right here I have my props that I've used in the film, which right here we have the flashlight and the little note that the stalker leaves at the end, which says you're next. And right here we have the costumes, the outfits that I have the actors wearing. Here is just normal day-to-day clothing that people around that age of 15 would wear. And right here we have the stalker in all black with a hoodie covering his identity. For the soundtrack draws the audience by the suspense and tension it gives. The music only plays when the stalker appears, which gives the audience that feeling of how something is about to happen. The stalker is patient and waits for the right time to attack. The mood and vibe he gives off is gloomy and determined. This shows how he attacks around nighttime, follows them to their house, and then waits for the right time. So right here we have the stalker, and right here we have the two girls, Sarah and Nicole. And I wanted to show with this picture is how the music is played right when he shows up. You can tell that, and right here in these scenes, the music does not continue. The soundtrack also doesn't continue on this side because he is not revealed in these scenes. Since he is revealed here, the soundtrack is revealed. And I want to talk about how it shows his steps into killing these two girls, which is how it's around nighttime and he follows them to their house. So, since he's a stalker, of course, he's going to follow them, but it shows how he has patience because he's waiting for the right time to attack these two young girls. Lastly, I wanted to talk about the setting. So right here we have the two girls in the swing in the park, which I decided to start off here because I think it's a very childish area, so it can reveal that they are in a young age. And right here we have the two girls in the house, and I didn't intendedly put it, but I wanted them to reveal that they're home alone, which you can tell by not any parents showing up or anything. But and right here, when they're walking home, the stalker's behind them, but in this photo it's not shown, but it shows that they're in a neighborhood, which um, reveals that they're in a homely and they feel safe in their environment. I also wanted to show my movie poster and how I would like it to be. So right here on top I put watch out for the things you least expect, which I think it really represented the movie because the two girls don't expect to be attacked because they're not really paying attention to their surrounding, they're just having a good time with each other and don't realize there's somebody right behind them. And for right here I decided to do a note, of course saying you're next because the point of the movie is that every time the stalker kills his victim, he leaves a note at the end saying you're next. On the bottom, I just put that it's a film produced by myself, Kyla Sajet, and the date that it would come out. And I decided to put October because I think that's also a time, since it's Halloween, it's a time horror movies would come out more and it would reach the audience better. And then right here, I put the rating on the bottom, which is PG-13. And I decided to do a wooden background to show that it could be like it's on a door or a ground because you'll never know where he'll leave his note, but the stalker leaves his note every time he kills that victim. So that is the end of my CCR1.